Hello.
Hi, my name is Helena. Nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you. Have a seat. Let's get started. Why don't we get started?
Sure. Here's my resume.
Oh, great. Thank you. All right. So, let's get started. So first, I'm just going to ask you a few questions about yourself, and then some of them will include some behavioral questions regarding some of your past experiences, future experiences, and then you can have an opportunity to ask me any questions that you may have. So
Okay,
let's
sounds good.
begin. So my first question is, why do you think you're right for the position of a journalist web content writer?
Well, personally, I feel that my experience from past situations can basically apply to my job, like right now, and apply to the job I'm applying for right now. And I just feel that like the knowledge I've developed over the years can be applied to this job as well. I also really enjoy writing. Like I have a really big passion for writing, and I used to write all the time just for fun. So I find that like with my positive attitude, I can make a better atmosphere in the workforce. And I also obtained many skills such as communication, interpersonal collaboration, organization. I'm very determined as well, so I feel like all these traits can help make the job in the workforce better.
Okay, awesome. So how would your friends describe you? Or in other words, if you were to see yourself from someone else's perspective, what would you say?
Well, I'd say I'm very like outgoing. I'm a people person. I'm very determined. I'm hardworking, positive, reliable. My friends always said that I have a lot of creativity and have a huge love for writing. That these two personality traits and interests can help me later in life in applying for a job, which I'm doing right now.
Okay, so what would you say is one of your weaknesses, and how would you overcome it if you were to get this position?
I'd say that one of my weaknesses would be that I'm a perfectionist, meaning like I want everything to be perfect, like absolutely everything, which in the past has made me work very close to deadlines on projects trying to make them perfect, which has like been really hard and stressful. But over the past few years, I've managed to try out different time management skills, such as running lists and making lists about like what I have to do and like the time I need to take for all of them. And I've helped me find a balance between writing a perfect story and also budgeting my time properly.
Awesome. Okay, so my last question for you is, what experiences, education or work related, have you had that will make you feel well prepared for the responsibilities and challenges that will be presented to you in this job?
Well, I have worked for many organizations in the past situations I've had, such as a zoo researcher at the Toronto Zoo, where I researched different species and learned about them, and that knowledge I can apply to this job as well, like the knowledge I've learned from past situations. I also have developed many photography skills and techniques on how to take photographs of the animals and other things as well. I've also developed many creativity and organization skills and how to create questions to interview with during the time I spent as an intern at Helena magazine. Lastly, I have worked for the Oakville Beaver, where I developed many editing and writing skills.
Awesome. Okay, so can you tell me about a time in which you faced a difficult challenge in your career and the steps that you took to kind of overcome the challenge?
One time I interviewed a celebrity for Helena magazine, and they got very frustrated with me, and they refused to answer the question. They were threatening to leave, and they got very defensive. So I took the situation in my own hands, and I basically tried to calm them down first. So I told them like, there's no harm in this. I'm not trying to make you feel upset. I'm not trying to like make you round up or anything like that. So that was just a big misunderstanding. So they managed to calm down and finish the interview. So I could apply these skills to the position of a journalist by using the same techniques I did to calm down an interviewee if he or she were to feel threatened. It also shows how determined I will be to finish the task assigned during this position, and then even with an obstacle in the way, I can figure out a way to overcome it.
Awesome. So you did very good. So are there any further questions you have about the position or the company? Do you have any?
Well, what are some obstacles that you faced getting into the position you are now, and how did you overcome it?
Well, when I was about your age, I wrote a paper for my local town's newspaper, and I accidentally copyrighted some stuff. So that was a big challenge and like kind of like a big lawsuit and stuff. So that was kind of a big lesson that I learned, and it helps shape who I am today.
That's great. I also have another question. Is there any like valuable qualities that you admire or look for in an employee?
I think I look for someone who's very driven, self-driven. They don't need to be constantly overseen by other people, so you can kind of be very independent, and also people that aren't afraid to come to me. I don't like the people that are afraid of their boss. So I want you to be able to come to me and discuss things with me.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
So do you have any other? Do you know when you're gonna know the decision on who to hire for this position?
Probably by next Wednesday, I'll give you a call, and
Okay.
if I don't, because I'm very forgetful, then you just give me a call.
Okay. My number's on my resume as well, so you can reach me there.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right, have a nice
Nice
rest
to
of your
meet
week.
you.
Nice to meet you too.